Good day to each and everyone. Before we start our presentation, we prepared a quote for each and everyone. It says, collaboration allows us to know more that we are capable of knowing by ourselves. It highlights the value of working together with others. It suggests that when people collaborate, they combine their diverse skills, perspective, and knowledge, which can lead to greater insights and creativity than any one person could achieve alone. Essentially, it emphasizes that teamwork can enhance understanding and problem solving, revealing new ideas and solutions that might not emerge in isolation. In line with this quote, we are going to explore more about collaboration. So continue watching our presentation.
Good day, everyone. Today we'll be talking about the collaborative or cooperative learning approach. Simply put, this approach involves students working together in small groups on activities or learning tasks, where the group size is small enough to ensure everyone can actively participate. This differs from unstructured group work as there are specific tasks and outcomes involved. There are different ways to organize cooperative learning. Some involve mixed ability groups working together in competitions with other teams to enhance collaboration. It's a flexible approach with a wide range of applications, including peer tutoring, though that is often viewed as a separate method. Now, let's discuss the key findings related to this approach. Cooperative learning has been shown to positively impact student achievement. However, it doesn't happen automatically. Students need practice and support to work together effectively. Professional development for teachers can help make this approach successful. Task design plays a critical role in making collaboration effective. If not structured properly, some students might struggle or even disengage. It is important to ensure every group member actively talks, listens, and contributes. An ideal group size for the most positive outcomes is typically between 3 to 5 students, all working toward a shared goal. Competition between groups can also motivate students to work better together. However, there's a delicate balance. If the focus shifts too much toward winning, students may miss out on the actual learning. So, while competition can help, it's important not to overdo it. Research shows that cooperative learning approaches can add up to 5 months of extra progress in an academic year. While it is effective in many subjects, it is particularly promising in science, where the impact can be as high as 10 months of additional progress. Group work in literacy tends to see slightly lower gains. It is interesting to note that cooperative learning has slightly higher success rates in secondary schools than in primary. Additionally, digital forms of collaborative learning or cooperative learning have been shown to have a smaller impact compared to face-to-face interaction. Cooperative learning is a powerful tool for enhancing student outcomes when used correctly. With well-designed tasks, appropriate group sizes, and thoughtful integration of competition, it can significantly boost both engagement and academic progress.
Good day to each and everyone. I am Kristina R, and for today I am going to discuss about closing the disadvantages gaps between collaborative learning. Starting off with discussing about some disadvantages of collaborative learning. So there are a lot of them, but I will just choose four of them. So these are more important and they highlight mostly. So let's start with the first one, which is risk of group dependency. And then the second one is imbalanced task distribution. And then the third one is assessment challenges. And last but not the least is personal conflict. Starting off with group dependency. Group dependency, students may become overly reliant on peers, which can affect their ability to work alone and hinder the development of individual initiative. This dependency can limit their confidence in their abilities when required to tackle tasks alone. So this is more known problem with collaborative learning, especially when there is unequal participation. One of the most significant issues with group dependency is unequal participation among members. In many cases, a small number of students may take on the majority of work, which is the leader, while others contribute little to nothing. This disparity can lead to frustration and resentment among more engaged members, negatively impacting group cohesion and morale. And also, group dependency can foster an environment where conformity takes precedence over critical thinking. When members prioritize consensus, they may suppress dissenting opinions or innovative ideas, leading to groupthink. This lack of diverse perspective can result in poor decision making and limit the group's creative potential. And also, the safety net of being part of a team can lead some students to disengage, assuming that others will carry the workload. This phenomenon not only affects the quality of the final product, but can also diminish the learning experience for all group members. That is why this is more common to some of the problems with learning are collaborative learning, since um, there are part of the members and a leader that is affecting, which is the leader is the one who is responsible for all the work, and some members doesn't cooperate, and it's very difficult to talk with the members who doesn't have the choice to engage themselves to the group work. And also, there are members who are shy to share their ideas about how they can make the task work, and because of their self-confidence, and maybe they are shy to share, so it is very difficult to handle this kind of problems. Next one is imbalanced task distribution. Some students may consistently receive more challenging or time-consuming assignments, leading to feelings of frustration or resentment. Teachers might favor certain students based on perceived ability, resulting in unequal access to learning. So this is more common also, like there is more given tasks to a person who is more capable, but to those people who are not that capable, so they are given less of work. And it is very hard to deal because it shows the inequality. So, imbalance of tasks in collaborative learning can hinder the effectiveness of group work, leading to frustration, reduced learning opportunities, and challenges in assessment. By understanding the causes and effects of task imbalance, educators can implement strategies to promote equitable participation and foster a more effective collaborative learning environment. With clear rules, structured activities, and ongoing support, groups can enhance their productivity and ensure all members benefit from the collaborative experience. So, this one part also, if we connect it to the collaborative learning, so some leaders may give little task to those students who doesn't have much capable of doing more, so they are being criticized. So there, it shows the imbalanced task distribution. It is not showing the fairness, like giving equal tasks for everyone. And it can cause a lot of problems since there are a lot of members who knows how the task works and how it should be distributed. So it can cause a lot of problems in the future. Moving on with the assessment challenges. Assessment challenges is the difficulty in accurately assessing individual contributions and learning outcomes. It is a significant challenge. It can be hard to determine each student's understanding and mastery of the subject matter. leading to potential inaccuracies in grading. So here, right now, we have a lot of reportings, we have a lot of group works, and the way our professor grades is the score of one will be the score of the whole group, and it is very difficult since we take turns or we have parts and we don't have the same knowledge, we don't have the same capabilities, and we don't exert same efforts with each and every one of the member. So here it is very difficult to give equal grades. It shows inequalities to each and everyone because some of the students exert a lot of effort and some doesn't really give their best to the group work. So here and then the professor can't really see that each and everyone doesn't participate because all they can see is the result of the group work. So it is very difficult to see who do their part and who doesn't do their part. And here the professor may have difficulties also learning who are the members of the group has a little knowledge about subject matter, who doesn't know well their topic. So because it is covered by group, so it can be helped by other group members. And here it is very difficult to assess who knows and who doesn't know the subject matter very well. So that is why it is quite challenging for us, for the teacher, and for us incoming teachers who will assess in a group or collaborative learning. Next one is students' compatibility. So here, not all students thrive in group settings. Some may prefer or benefit more from independent study. For these students, cooperative learning can be stressful and less effective than other instructional strategies. So here, the student compatibility it shows that not everyone or not each of the student wants group work because some of them may want to do it alone or to do it independently because some of them they can shine by themselves. Some of them doesn't need the help of other people, and some of them also see the group task as a very difficult choice since you are handling a lot of people. Um, in compare to yourself. So having it do it in being dependently or independently by your group task. So here some students may also limit their capabilities if they are working in a group, but if they are working independently, so they can have freely or free will on what are the things they are going to do, and there are no judgment. So here, that is why it is a challenge in collaborative learning also. And now, since we are done tackling about the disadvantages of collaborative learning, now let's tackle about closing the disadvantage gap. So we have here six of them, which is diverse group formation, structured activities, skill building, peer feedback, reflection, and supportive environment. Each one of them has different roles in closing the gap of collaborative learning. So here, collaborative learning offers a powerful means of closing that achievement gap in schools by implementing strategies such as diverse group formation, structured activities, and skill building, and peer feedback, and also reflection, and also fostering a supportive environment. Educators can create equitable learning experiences for all students as collaboration becomes a cornerstone of the educational process. Schools can help students not only excel academically but also develop the essential interpersonal skills needed for success in life beyond the classroom. Ultimately, embracing collaborative learning can lead to more inclusive and effective educational system where every student has the opportunity to strive. And also, it is crucial that the support is provided through well-structured and carefully designed learning activities to ensure that lower attaining pupils are also involved. They are included with the group tasks, challenge and learn successfully. If collaborative learning approaches just involve into high attaining pupils solving problems with no input from their peers, this is likely will widen the gaps in attainment. So this is why as a future educator and as a teacher, we should do our very best to close this gap between collaborative learning. So we can use this five things or six, I mean. So six things we can do to close the disadvantage gap. And now moving on with the applications and approaches. We have here the two outcomes, which is collaborative learning with joint outcomes and collaborative learning with individual outcomes. So, starting with the joint outcomes, when groups conducting collaborative learning activities, it is given a joint group outcome to work towards. The impact of the approach, it is typically higher than average. So, here from the word itself, joint. So it means it will be combined, each and every one. So here, each of the member will given a task and they will work with the same force. So here with the individual outcomes, some collaborative learning activities give different children within the group different objectives to accomplish. These approaches have positive outcomes and overall, but the impact is typically slightly lower than approaches with shared group outcomes. So here from the word itself, individual. So it can be collaborative, but the work is also can be done by individually. So compared to the joint outcomes, it is combined. But here they will work in a different children or they will work into different tasks as an individual. So here is the difference between joint outcomes and individual outcomes. And now let's move on to implementing collaborative learning. Even though there are some disadvantages about collaborative learning, but there are also advantages to it. But we must make sure that if we use this kind of learning, we are going to implement these things. So starting off with all pupils, particularly pupils with low prior attainment, are supported to fully participate. The makeup of parents and group is carefully considered also. And also teachers promote good practice in collaboration. For example, modeling high quality discussion so that collaborative activities are productive. And lastly is teachers carefully monitor collaborative activities and support pupils that are struggling or not contributing. So the key for this one is the teachers help especially when the students can't handle some of the members. So it will be a great help if the student or the teacher will help them, the group, on how they can handle this kind of situation. And the teacher will guide them on how they can successfully do it in collaborative learning. So here, if we will implement these things, then there will be or there wouldn't be a gap between collaborative learning as long as we are going to support them and guide them as always. And now we are on the last part, which is the collaborative learning costs. Alongside time and cost, school leaders should consider how to maximize the effectiveness of collaborative learning through teacher professional development to support the use of well designed tasks and should carefully monitor the impact of approaches on lower attaining pupils. The average cost of collaborative learning is expected to be very low, with the cost to schools largely based on teacher training and resources. As a classroom-based approach, implementing collaborative learning, it will also require a small amount of staff time for planning and monitoring compared with other approaches. So here, while collaborative learning offers numerous benefits, including enhanced students' engagement, improved critical thinking skills, and stronger social connections with one another. So here, it is essential to acknowledge the associated cost, investments in training, classroom materials, time, classroom management, and assessment changes all contribute to the financial challenges of implementing this educational approach. Understanding this cost enables educators and administrators to make informed decisions about how to effectively integrate collaborative learning into their curricula while ensuring that they maximize the positive impact on students' outcome. Ultimately, the potential benefits of collaborative learning can outweigh its costs, but careful planning and resource allocation are crucial for successful implementation together with us if we are just going to collaborate, if we are going to work as a group, we can bridge the gaps between collaborative learning and we can successfully give the students the quality education that they deserve.
This reflective activity is designed to help you think critically about how collaborative or cooperative learning works in practice. By writing your responses, you will be able to better understand how to apply this approach in your own teaching or learning. Please be sure to upload your work as instructed. In conclusion, cooperative learning is a powerful strategy and your reflections will help deepen your understanding of how to apply it. We look forward to seeing your answers and thoughts uploaded under this discussion. Thank you.